So this is our 4th annual Reader Weekend, and we had another great year. We had more than 120 people come this year. We knew we would have a slightly smaller crowd this year because August is tougher than June because people are back to school in a lot of places. We're moving it back to June next year. We had a bunch of people who'd been there multiple times, and then we had a bunch of 3-year attendees, a bunch of 2-year attendees, and then of course a bunch of new people this year. So I hope that many of them will come back for next year.
Welcome to our 4th annual 2017 Reader Weekend. Let's hear it. It's been a crazy month, or it's been a crazy year, I should say. This year we published the 60th novel, and we also reached over 6 million books sold worldwide, so. And no, I still have not read any of them, so in case any of you are wondering. You know, people, the issue used to be was my mom would write all these romance stories, and there would be expectations that I was supposed to be like the, like whoever the alpha male was in the book or whatever. But there's some new problems. Today we were at lunch. It was me, my dad, and Stephen and Aunt Betty actually walked in, and they joined us at our table. And somebody brought up what's gonna happen now that you guys are gonna be empty nesters. Somebody asked my parents that, and the romance writer said there's gonna be a lot of naked stuff going on. To cover my eyes. Yeah, that's gonna be quite the nightmare. Just make sure you change the sheets.
That went downhill real fast.
That was a good one, Dad. All right. Well, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the world-renowned New York Times best-selling author, my mom, Marie Force.
He's very excited about next Friday. I am not. They say people survive the empty nest. Dan and I are going to find out. And sorry about the naked thing, Dad. It's still safe to come for dinner once in a while. I just want to thank everyone for being here. I can't believe it's already our 4th annual Reader Weekend. My daughter will be here in a little while. She's on her way from New York right now. And so yeah, batten down the hatches. New York's coming to town. I also want to thank Dan and Jake for being here. They come every year. Jake is my MC every year. It's one of the highlights for me. And he's going to be about an hour up the road from me. And whenever you hear the thump, 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 that's the helicopter mom coming in to visit. Be ready. My chairman of the board is here tonight. My dad is right over there. Wave your hand, Jordan. He calls me at 9 o'clock every morning, and the first question is, are you up and are you writing? So just so you know, he's cracking the whip on the talent, as they call me. It's him. And he wants to know everything that's going on all the time, and I don't know that I would probably get out of bed unless he was calling to make sure that I did. So thank you for that, Dad. I also want to mention my team in the back here, the people that make this all happen. They let me just come breezing in here in the afternoon, and they make me look really good. And I also want to mention we have 22 states represented here this weekend, from Maine to Florida to Texas to California and everything in between. We also have 3 other countries. We have Allison and Linda Hurd here from Canada. Where are they? Audrey Ducey is here from Ireland. We have a great lineup for everything, including tomorrow's trip to Block Island. We have a light breakfast you can take on the bus with you that will be available at 7 a.m. The buses leave from the front of the hotel at 7:45 a.m. to take us to Point Judith to catch the ferry. And be at the ferry landing at 3 p.m. You'll hear this again in the morning to get the return ferry back to the mainland. We also have to offer the disclaimer that if you miss the boat, literally, we'll see you when you get back here. Don't miss the boat. I'll be back a little bit later to give away some prizes. The dinner buffets are now open. Enjoy dinner, and we'll hit the dance floor later on, and you'll get to see Mr. Force's famous rendition of the YMCA. As Jake would say, whack, okay? You're gonna do it. And then we'll have some more fun later on with some giveaways. So enjoy dinner, and thank you all again for being here. One thing I love about Reader Weekend is all the people who meet new friends there. They come away with all these people. We saw one group that had met at dinner on Friday night, and then they spent all day Saturday together, and they said they went from dinner mates on Friday night to a posse on Saturday. So that's always fun to hear. We had the weather gods shine down upon us once again with a good day for Block Island, although the ferry ride was probably the roughest one we've had yet going over.
Read all of her books.
All of her books.
All the Fatal, all the Green Mountain, Treading Water. Love the Vermont series. Yeah.
We've read most of them. We've read most of them. We haven't finished the Quantum series, but we've read the other series.
I've seen all of the Fatal series, about 85% of her books.
All 60.
All 60. Wow, this should be a prize.
It's a super fangirl club.
Oh, okay.
I'm a newbie. I read the first Fatal and the first
Made for Love.
Made for Love. Yes.
Okay.
I've read all of them.
I've read all but the Treading Water series.
All of them, but I'm not done with all of them.
Okay.
Well, I've got one, the brand new one that I'm getting ready to read, but everything else I have read everything.
I've read all of them.
All of them.
I'm a
Another
super fangirl.
super fan. Yeah, that's what they're calling them, I guess. Yeah.
Super fan. Yeah.
You too?
I've read them all.
What have I read?
Well, he's on book 6 of the Fatal series.
Yeah, the Fatal series.
Oh, pretty much all of them, except for the last few.
I've read them all.
Read them all. Another super fan.
Yep.
All of them. You've all read all of them. Wow.
All of them.
I don't know the number, but I've read a bunch of Gansons and a bunch of Green Mountains.
You read them all too. Another super fan. All right, cool.
All of them.
Well, almost. I haven't read Green Mountain.
Green Mountain. Butler.
We've read all that.
A couple.
How many books has she published? I believe we're at 60, so that would be 61 and a half.
So, how many of the Fatal books have you read? Or Fatal books, of Marie's books?
A resounding 0.
0. You've read none.
I've not read one of my mother's books.
Jake says you read 2.
Jake said I read 2. I have not read. Okay, he lied. I've never read.
So you're not considered a super fan.
I'm a big fan of my mom's, but the books, no, they're just not that great. No, I'm just kidding.
The Fatal series.
Fatal is probably mine.
Yeah.
Fatal's one of mine, but I really like the Gansett. I think Gansett Highway too. Yeah.
It's not a series. My favorite standalone is The Fall, but my favorite series is the Fatal series, because that's what introduced me to Marie.
I would probably say the Gansett series.
Fatal.
I think Treading Water.
Yeah,
That's my favorite too.
I flip-flop between Fatal and the Green Mountain Butler.
Gansett and Quantum. Mine is Gansett and Green Mountain. I definitely Green Mountain.
Favorite series is Gansett. Favorite book is Treading Water because it's the first one she wrote.
For the most part, it was a perfect day to go to Block Island, and it was much calmer on the way back, which was good.
Payne's Donuts.
Our taxi driver stopped, got out, grabbed the donuts, and got back in.
And we went to the Mohegan Bluffs. That was the best thing for me. It was a beautiful view.
It
really
was.
cool.
I love seeing the lighthouses too.
Yeah. Seeing the lighthouse. We went and saw that. And
Mohegan Bluffs.
lunch at the Orphan.
Oh, cool.
Followed by the donut. That's great. Taxi tour.
Don't like everything. She was very thorough.
Good time.
It was great. We had a great day.
Hanging with our girlfriend Marie on the beach. So relaxing, sitting in the chair. Whenever you wanted a drink or something to eat, you just pull the waitress over. We had just a nice relaxing day.
Stayed at Ballard's all day. Lazy day. Let them bring you drinks.
Just the taxi driver was very knowledgeable, everything about Block Island.
I said I need to go reread the books again.
Yeah.
Now I can envision it better.
Right.
Uh-oh, look who's behind you. It's him again.
You're caught on camera, Harper.
Fatal. Fatal series.
Fatal and Gansett. I can't pick one.
Now, have you guys been, is this your first? Oh my goodness.
Hey, girls.
It's her. It's her.
Shut up and dance with me.
So I do love the Q&A part of the Reader Weekend, which was a little tame this year compared to other years. I think it was maybe because everyone was tired from being in Block Island. It was the first time we had done the Q&A right after Block Island. But I love to hear the questions that are on the readers' minds, like things that they want to know about. And inevitably, if one person asks a question, other people want to know the answer. So that's what's always really fun about it. And it gives me a chance to kind of talk to them a little bit about what's coming up and what I'm working on. And the first year we did Reader Weekend, that was one of the things that they asked for going forward, was more of a chance to talk to pick my brains about like what's going on with the books and where various series are heading and what I'm thinking about for various characters. And so I really do enjoy hearing what's on their minds, and it helps me to kind of, keep my attention on the things that are most important to them. It's kind of a small focus group, if you will. And I always enjoy it. And this year, some of the questions were a little saucy, and I almost had to send my father out of the room. I was like, you guys, my dad's here. But he thought it was really entertaining, of course. And I don't get my raucous sense of humor from anyone but him. So he definitely enjoyed it, and he likes to hear all the enthusiasm for the books too. So.
I was just wondering what your muse was for the Quantum series.
My muse for the Quantum series. You know, that's going to require some more vodka. I don't know. Like it was really Flynn. Like I wanted to write I wanted to write a George Clooney-esque actor, you know, who's sworn off marriage and the family and like, you know, he's just like, I've been there, I've done that, I'm not interested in doing it again. And then I initially pitched this idea to my editor at Berkeley, who was the publisher of the Green Mountain series, and she loved it and she wanted to buy it. And then George Clooney got engaged. I'm like, really? See, like right now, when I'm pitching this George Clooney-esque actor who, you know, is sworn off romance and, you know, happily ever after, and George Clooney picks then to get engaged. So he and I were in a fight for about a month, because I was like, I just thought that was really selfish, frankly. But it was really about an actor like George Clooney who, you know, had sworn off marriage and all of that, falling flat on his face, and it kind of took off from there. So that was my muse.
My question was, how come all the guys seem to be well?
Oh, stop it! My father's here. God. All right, let me ask you this, Jane from Warwick. Would you like to read about the alternative? Oh my God, I'm not even going to repeat what she just said. This is her sister.
She said, well, that's what I know.
Check, please.
I have a question. I know you have like the 4 series books. Do you work on each series, like one series one day, one series another day?
No, it's by book, really. So like right now I'm writing the episode 2 for Gansett. And I've trained myself in the last year or two to write 2 books at the same time. So I'll do one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And I try to get a certain number of words in on each one in a day, when everything's going well. And then I'm also now, did you guys hear about the new historicals that are going to be coming from Kensington, which is another new publisher who's also going to be bringing the Gansett Island series out in print starting next May. They've really, it's the first time the Gansett Island series has been in mass market print. And they were super excited, and they're doing this cool marketing plan for the Gansett books. Like they're going to put them in hotel rooms on Block Island next summer, which I think is such a cool idea, you know? So I love that. So after this, I'm going to be working on the Treading Water book. I promised you guys book 5. I have started it. My summer got a little off track, as the summer always does. So I haven't done a lot on that, but I did promise people that hopefully in 2018 there will be a 5th and final Treading Water book. There is not going to be another one. That's it. You guys went easy on me tonight. Okay, so I guess we'll sign some books and send you on your way till next year. So we're really excited about all the people who are starting to make it an annual event. It's almost like a family reunion. I think it'll be really good to have it back in June, but it'll be at the Crowne Plaza again next year. We really found a new home for Reader Weekend in the Warwick Hotel. There's a bunch of things we love about it, but we'll be doing a long-term contract with them. So we're very excited about that. Reader Weekend is here to stay.